Good morning. This is Lacey again. Hello. And I'm just popping in for a quick weekly update. I'm trying to keep this as a continual thing that I do. I need to get used to it. I really want to keep a digital log of the growth of the baby and just like the end of my pregnancy. So here we are. It is the second week of school. School has been very interesting, a very large learning curve. Everything being online. We actually did get physical curriculum today. There was a curriculum pickup at the school this morning, so I got a bunch of like vocabulary, grammar, and math books for both of them. And then my oldest also got some sheet music and poetry. And what else did he get? He just got a whole bag full of stuff that he'll need for the rest of the year. Some sewing needles and thread for his handwork class, pencil sharpener, some sweet little gifts from his teacher. He actually got a succulent this morning from his teacher, which he's very excited to take care of. My youngest and I have a plant for her that she's been wanting to plant for a while. We've had the seeds and the container to make the plant happen, but we haven't done it. And so we did that this morning because she wants a plant too. So now we're gonna take care of our little sweet basil that we just planted this morning, and I'll try and take pictures of its progress as it grows, and we'll see how it germinates and all of that good stuff. But aside from the physical curriculum that we just picked up today, everything has been online. And if it hasn't been online, then the instructions have been online as to what to put into their physical books, and then we take pictures of it and download it to the computer and then upload it to Google Classrooms and attach it to the assignment so we can turn it in. So it's been a bit of a process to figure out how to keep up with the pacing. The pacing has been very interesting. It's very, I don't want to say strenuous, but it's a very fast pace compared to what we're used to. Maybe it's the pace that they normally go in school, and I'm just not used to it because all I see is the homework that they bring home. I don't see all the work that goes into every single day. But we're managing, and we've only missed like one class per student, which was just like one of them was a miscommunication error, and the other one was just, I didn't even know it was happening, in all honesty, until after the fact, and then there was notes on how to catch up in the class that you missed. So we're getting there. It's just going to be a very interesting school year, especially after the baby shows up. But currently, I am at week 34. And let me just show you how big I've gotten. I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can tell the difference between last week and this week. I just went to the doctor, my midwife, yesterday, and since my last visit at the beginning of the month, I've already gained like 2 pounds, and so that was a bit surprising, but I'm still within a healthy weight range. Throughout the entire pregnancy, I've only gained like 21 or 23 pounds to this point, so still doing good. I have been taking moments to check my blood glucose level. I had initially bought my blood glucose monitor so that I could track my blood sugar levels for a 2-week period because the gestational diabetes test that they have available while you're pregnant is not vegan. And so my only other option was to get myself a blood glucose monitor offline, and my midwife actually recommended the brand and like told me where to find it and what I should be looking for, which was very helpful. And so I did a 2-week log of my blood sugar, fasting first thing in the morning, don't brush your teeth, don't take your vitamins, anything, and then 3 more times throughout the rest of the day. So 1 hour after every meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And it showed that I was just like completely healthy and in a really good range, which was nice. But I checked it this last week, like 2 mornings in a row, my fasting blood glucose levels, just to see if I was still in a good range, and I'm doing really well. Measuring properly for how far I am along. Baby's heartbeat is really strong. Been feeling some extremely strong movements from inside. Baby's getting big and like making me feel like they're about to bust out. And I've still got a little over a month left. So doing really well on the pregnancy so far, still feeling huge, but I'm taking time to slow down. I realized that with everything going on with school and everything going on with my medical requirements, I've been very overwhelmed lately, and I've been trying to catch up with more friends because there's a bunch of people who have just kind of like fallen by the wayside that I haven't been taking the time to connect with, and I miss that connection that we had, that regular connection that we had. So I'm trying to rebuild that. I'm trying to find a good rhythm for us here at home that we can slip into, because I know that when the baby shows up in a little over a month, everything's going to be thrown off a little bit. So yeah, just kind of trucking along, getting ready for baby. Quite a few gifts have shown up for the baby shower, which I truly appreciate. So yeah, just since last week, still having a pretty good week and getting better at not letting the stress get to me, because in all honesty, most of the stress comes from me putting things on myself that I don't need to be, or worrying about something that doesn't really merit worrying, Not that it doesn't merit it, but it's just a waste of my energy to be worried about something that's really not very important. Like, I guess I'm just making things out to be way more important than they are. So, realigning my focus. Been drinking a lot more water. Really proud of myself about that. That's something I've been trying to do for a really long time, like the entire pregnancy. And I finally feel that I'm getting into a good rhythm of drinking water throughout the day instead of just like overloading myself with water in the morning or in the evening. So yeah, on all accounts, family life is healthy, the baby is healthy, I'm healthy, and we're just chugging along. Really the only thing that's been kind of getting us down lately is just the level of smoke outside, just the air quality. So when we went to go pick up curriculum this morning, we were all wearing our N95 masks, and you can still smell the smoke through the mask, but it's still filtering as many particulates as it can. It's better than the cloth masks that we've been wearing just to get by, but that was when the air wasn't full of smoke. But it's actually been looking like it's been clearing up I've noticed that the moon at night is looking less and less red and more yellow and getting closer to white, so the sky is not covered in a sheen of smoke as it has been. The sun is still like bright red when it's rising, like just over the horizon, but the moment it touches the tops of the trees, it turns more orange, and then as it gets even higher in the sky, it gets more yellow and bright, and the sunlight that's streaming through our windows looks more normal than it has in a few weeks. It's been very red and orange, and lately it's been looking more and more yellow and sunny, as it normally does when the sky is clear. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this week. You know, still chugging along with school. Baby's still growing, lots of movement, more active movement, bigger, stronger kicks. Slowly finding our rhythm. And I actually started getting up early again so that I could have my morning time to myself, which is what I've been missing. That's what really helps start my day off really well. I just feel like I'm starting in alignment when I take those precious moments to myself in the morning to either stretch or meditate or journal, or sometimes I just tidy up the house a little bit or sit quietly with a cup of tea. But I like having that time in the morning just for me. I need that. Like, I've realized over time that that quiet space in the morning for just myself is very, very necessary for me to have a pleasant day, or at least a good start to my day. But that's it for this week. I'm going to try and figure out how to make this, I guess, more structured in its regularity so that I'm covering the same things, or at least so that I'm covering things that relate to each other and it's less of a ramble and more of a structured share, I guess. I don't know. We'll see what it turns into. But I hope you all have a lovely week, and see you next week. Take care.